hope nobody sees that. Let's just put that on the table.
Plug it into your computer or something.
This is going to be interesting. 60 seconds.
60 seconds, let's do it. Oh, that fan is blessing my soul underneath my arm. Oh, what's up, y'all? Jarrell, you ready? What's up, Latoya? Y'all share this. We're about to start in like a minute. Hey, boo.
Trying to share.
I'm like, what is that? Like, how did that happen? Deja vu. Hi, Iberia. Y'all don't want to miss this. Hey, Elaine. We are going to, Manny. Oh my God, sweetheart, I need you. You don't understand what this face is suffering. I actually do need you on Saturday if you're in town. Cause
12 seconds.
12 seconds, never mind. We'll talk. My people call your people. And this microphone's acting like jank. I'm about to hold the microphone. Look it. Are we on? Oh, I can't hear anything.
Shake and trap.
What's up, Milwaukee and the world? Welcome to another episode of Saved and the City, each and every Wednesday, right here on 101.3 FM, WKJJ, WPJ Girl. WPJ Girl. I was a little ahead of myself because I wanted to say with your girl Iberia while she's holding this microphone right here. If you guys are in your car driving or doing whatever it is that you guys are doing, once you get to work, make sure that you log on to www.ikjjradio.org to keep listening. If for whatever reason you can't hear in your car, you can't hear at home, make sure you keep it locked right there. Be sure to like me on Facebook at Saved in the City. Join my groups on Facebook to stay connected. Follow me on Instagram at Saved in the City. Follow me on Twitter at saved_in_the_city. I'm everywhere that you want to be. And if you like what you're hearing, please spread the word with your friends, to your friends and family, or with your friends and family. I could absolutely use all of your support. I'm so excited to announce my weekly sponsor, Mima's Kitchen. Shout out to her. She's doing big things. She actually just signed her contract with Woodman's, y'all. So that means that, yes, it is official as of yesterday. It is a marriage. And so her cakes will be at Woodman's, and you guys will actually be able to come out to the launch on August 19th. So make sure you stay connected. I'll make sure that you guys get there so you guys can get some free cake. It's going down, but only a piece, because then you have to buy the rest. Because that's how it happens. You know, support your black-owned businesses. Why not? Oh my God, I'm just so excited to be here today. There's so much happening in our world, and I love that we have a platform where we can discuss some of those topics. And so, you know, last month we were talking about all kinds of things as it pertains to the effects of social media on black culture, on the millennial, and on relationships. And once we hit that relationships aspect of things, it really just kind of spiraled in a good way, where people were like, well, let's talk about it more. And so we did how media is affecting different relationships. And I said, you know, let's talk to the singles. Let's talk to the singles about kind of what their perception is on dating in 2017. So last week we did dating in 2017, and what I realized is that there are so many different kinds of singles. You know, a lot of times, especially in the church, they want to put, oh, Jesus, have mercy. So not in the church, sometimes outside. Don't strike me down, Jesus. No, if y'all heard this thunder, it was sometimes in the church. Jesus, are you okay with it? No, I'm just kidding. Seriously, that scared the out of me, seriously. But anyhow, sometimes in the church, they will put everybody in one group. We said we come against the bowling spirit in the name of Jesus. I don't want to go to another singles ministry. And what is with singles and bowling? You know, so we have, you know, but you could be single and old, let's just be honest, single and young, single and divorced. You know, there's different statuses of being single. And so today what I wanted to do was talk to the alpha male and the alpha female. Yes, Nicole, hilarious, right? Alpha male and alpha female. And so I've titled them power singles. And so every time I say that, people say, well, what's that? They've never heard of it, but it's very real. And we've heard of power couples, you know, and that's basically when you have a man and a woman. In this day and age, a few, probably some other things. But anyhow, a man and a woman that are, you know, are pretty much whole in their own right, but they're together as a couple. When they come together, there's power because they're doing amazing things. But I not necessarily beg to differ, but I would say that you can be single and hold just as much power right by yourself. You can be complete and you can be whole. And sometimes when you meet someone who is complete and whole by themselves, they can become very intimidating. Because a lot of times people are in a place where they feel like you got to find somebody else to complete you. So anyhow, I can go on and on, but I'm not here to talk by myself. I'm going to pass the mic literally because look it. Won't he do it? Seriously. I have so much happening right now. So let's go to they're not even my guests. They're my co-hosts for today. They've both been on the show at some point before. Let's start with Anita. Why don't you tell the people, you know, just a little bit about who you are, what you do, and then also your current status. Well, we know it's single, but yes.
I love it.
All of that.
Hi, everyone. I'm Anita Clinton, and I am the owner of Anita Clinton Enterprises, as well as the overseer for Be Great Ministries. And so Anita Clinton Enterprises essentially has three components. And one, it's me as a speaker and a writer. And then number two is me as a content manager. So I help businesses manage their online social media content marketing. And then the other piece is the Be Great Ministries. And so Be Great Ministries is my online teaching ministry. I believe that everybody was created with a purpose. And so that ministry helps people connect to whatever their purpose is, create a strategy around it, and then execute that thing.
Love it. I love it. You better know. See, this is why. And then if some fellas, if they hear that, they're like, oh, I don't know. I don't even know how to approach that. You know what I mean?
It was interesting, right? I dated a guy, and once we really got to know each other and he figured out what I did, he said to me, he said, you know, I really like you, but I can't be Mrs. Clinton.
Oh,
I'm sorry, Mr. Clinton.
But listen, and then because I'm already ready to jump in, we're gonna go over to you next because then that's on him. That's what he automatically sees.
Yeah.
That's a choice,
and I respected that. Like I'm like, cool. Well, we can't.
Right, because if you think you're gonna be that, then you probably are. You know, and you know, I don't want mine wearing the pants every now and again, but you can't ever wear the dress. So Daniel, tell the people a little bit about who you are, what you do, and kind of, you know, where you are in this single walk.
Good morning. How you doing? My name is Daniel Harris. I'm the CEO of DH Music. I'm the owner of the Out Here Serving shirts that you guys see floating around Milwaukee. I am the band leader and musician for DH and the Next Level Band. I'm the MD and partner for the Alternative with Marquesa Tucker.
Yes, we love Marquesa.
I'm a partner with Hope Hands with Zoe. We go into the Milwaukee guest house and we go in there and minister to the guys in the homeless shelters once a month. The founder of the Give Your Heart Away benefit concerts, the founder of the Care for Kenya benefit concert series.
This all you?
Yeah, this
wow.
all me. Yeah, board of directors. I'm on the board of directors for Envision in the Future. We do a lot of different events surrounding sex trafficking issues, and I'm also on the board of directors for Sylvia's Sewing and Alteration.
Just that.
Right,
where does a woman fit in? You know, because honestly, you get some women that's like, well, where do I fit in and all of that?
Yeah,
so
that has definitely been a problem.
He got like 9 bullet points of what he does.
Like, yeah.
9.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you writing? He's like, oh, these are all the things that I do. I'm like, for real?
Yeah, I mean, we all could kind of.
Yeah, but my status right now is single and focused.
Single and focused.
Single and focused.
I like it.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's what. Yeah. So what does that mean?
That.
Yeah, single and focused.
Single and focused means that my focus is to do what I am purposed to do. You know, it's one thing for me to, you know, be around and have different friends and things like that. But right now, I'm focused on my destiny, my calling, what I'm here to do. That's my primary focus.
Do you find that there are not many women that you maybe, because I don't know. To me, it seems like it's easier for a guy to find someone, especially if they're an alpha male, versus a woman who, you know, has their kind of head on straight. Have you found it difficult to find women to connect with?
Yeah.
Being that you do all those things?
Yeah, for various reasons. One is because with everything that I do, it can be time consuming, and I understand that in order for a relationship to be properly nurtured, it needs time and attention.
Yeah.
And sometimes I don't have the time to invest at that time, you know.
Wow.
Yeah, to be honest. And I think the other thing too is, like you said earlier, a person comes to the table with a certain level of insecurity. Not all, but in
a
certain
lot of
cases. Yeah. And they're like, so what am I supposed to do? I know in one particular instance, a young lady was like, so when are you going to stop doing music so we can focus? I said, okay, it was nice knowing you. You were a wonderful person to know.
Poor
Take
thing.
your wonderful self over there.
Right.
I'm not doing that. No,
Right,
I can't stop what I'm doing, but what I would like to do is make another person a part of what I'm doing, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So.
You said something that really stood out to me about time.
Yes.
And you said, you know, sometimes you don't have the time to invest. And a lot of times, I know for me, it'll look like that because there's many men that I've met, and they're just like, well, where do I, you know, well, you look like you're too busy, da-da-da-da. What am I supposed to look like? Like I don't have nothing to do?
Right,
like that bothers me so much because it really feels like, now, because the thing is, we all, especially, you know, for people who kind of know what they want, we make time for what we want to do.
Absolutely.
And if you are a guy that has presented themselves in a way that is worthy of my head to turn and look, then I'm probably going to slow down, and I'm absolutely, if it's worth the investment, can shift some things to make you fit, you know, in my life, you know, and not even make you fit, you're going to just kind of naturally fit.
Yeah, it's going to be organic, I believe.
How do you juggle all of that?
Yeah, so this was interesting, right? So I'm listening to him, and I used to feel just like that. And you know, I'm so focused, and my whole thing was I don't have time to get to know somebody, right?
But wait a minute, go ahead. Let me let you finish because I'm like I don't have. So you gonna just see him be like, okay, well let's just get married because I don't have time.
Well, no.
Go through the rest of the rigmarole dating.
I was fine being single, but I've got to the point where, you know, I'm getting older, and I'm like, okay, I really want somebody in my life, and so for me, your thought on we make the time for the things that are important to us.
Yeah.
Well, at this point in my life, it's important to me. So I'm willing to make the time for him while still doing my other stuff, right? So I'm not going to stop doing what I'm supposed to do.
And I think if you find somebody kind of like what Daniel was saying that wants you to stop being who you are, then that's a problem.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I can't lose me inside of being in a relationship with you.
And it can happen. There's so many people who lose themselves in relationships, and then at some point it ends in divorce, which is unfortunate, and then they have no identity.
Right.
And for me, it's like I don't have time to waste time. I don't have it.
Absolutely.
I don't have it because I'm so focused on what I'm doing.
Especially at this day and age, an hour.
I don't have the time to waste time. In the past, I've been guilty of not, you know, investing time properly. But now that I'm focused on what it is that I'm supposed to be doing, I have to make wise decisions. And I don't have time to waste time on foolishness and wondering if if their loyalty is there, or I just don't have time for it. Yeah.
What type of woman are you looking for?
Saved, for real.
What does that mean?
Saved. Because there's a difference between being a church girl and a woman of God. It's two totally different things. You know what I'm saying? And so for me, it's like I don't have time for church girls, just like the regular church girls, but somebody who really loves God, who knows what they're called to do. I don't have to do a bunch of pumping and priming to tell you to go and do what you've been created to do. It's something that I can come and support you in all of the endeavors that you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that loves family, the family unit. You know, somebody that's supportive, and I can be supportive in return, and somebody who really understands the calling that's on my life, because a lot of times people want to be connected to you for what you do and not for who you are.
Yeah. So, that's good.
Yeah. And if they understand the responsibilities that come with the calling, then I think that it'll be easier to make that transition for me. So.
Absolutely. So, how do you? Because I can ask you, but I want to kind of go to Anita on this one. Okay. But you know, always jump in this conversation. So how do? Because this is kind of a sister to sister moment. Because of course, you know, we are, especially you, Anita. Anita, no, listen, you better have your ducks in a row when you dealing with Nita. She will let you know, don't waste your time. Don't waste her time, because she don't want to waste your time. So how do you approach men? Because the thing is, we're supposed to wait on them to approach us.
Right.
So how do you position yourself to be found? Because I think that's where it becomes difficult in Christianity, because we have these roles to play. Or at least for me, it becomes difficult because it's like, I like him, so how come I just can't go over there and be like, listen, and then feel some type of way afterwards?
Right. So I am not the aggressor inside of a relationship.
Yes.
In other areas of my life, I am. But when it comes to a relationship, I want the guy to approach me.
Yes.
And so because I'm so busy and because I'm doing so much, I'm doing online dating at this point. And so it's easier for me. I can kind of weed out who I want. I'm very specific on my little profile with what I'm looking for. And if you don't fit that, don't even waste my time. Don't waste your time.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not trying to juggle a whole bunch of men, because I don't have time for that. I'm with you. I'm focused. If I'm spending time with an individual, I'm spending time with that individual. And if that doesn't work, then we move on to the next one.
I love it. We're going to come back and touch a little bit more on that online dating. We've been talking about that the last kind of couple shows, but people love to talk about it, so maybe we can get some of your tips, while you're online. But let's go to that first song by DH. It's off the first album or the second album?
Movement Music Volume 1.
Volume 1, let's go.
Yep.
Can you play it out? Because I can hear nothing. Is it playing?
It is.
Okay. Can you play it out?
Radio's broken.
Can I hear something on here?
Oh.
Well, the radio people can hear it. Sorry, y'all. Hi, Ed. You made it upstairs with this crutch. Okay, good. Hey, guys. This is good so far.
Oh, that's Making Shapes.
Oh, no, don't play Making Shapes.
That's what was in the email.
Oh, you don't have the thing.
No.
Oh, child,
I got
not Making
Making
Shapes.
Shapes.
No, this Girl You Know, and this is the kid song. Making Shapes is a kid song.
Let's find a
Is
way
it-
to flip it.
Hey, so let's see.
That's all good.
And
That's out here, sir.
So like circles, triangles, and squares?
out here serving. Yeah, it's like all about kids. It's Eddie's song. It's Eddie's a children's book author, so this supposed to go after what Eddie sings.
It's been a minute.
Is it
sir.
playing
How
out, or
doing?
could you switch it or no?
Good to see
You
you.
switched it, yeah.
Okay. He was like, what?
$40
Online dating, making shapes. Can't do it. I need headphones. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to handle not being plugged in.
Well, I don't really need to be plugged in. Give me those.
Okay.
I need to just, right, appearance.
So I can hear when it's coming out. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, I hear serving. There we go. Because that way I can segue when I come back in. I wonder what that sounded like on the radio. People were like,
Man, that thunder.
Jesus, this thunder.
Yeah.
So is this Girl You Know that's you too?
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, sorry. And you know what, Joshua? That's me. Because I didn't know. Joshua, out of all of the people, should have had this. Girl, you know, should have been the first one. But that's okay. We did Out Here Serving. So after we come back from break.
Give it to us. Oh, she can.
Hey, y'all. Y'all hanging with us. I wish y'all could hear this music, though. I had to put it in the group. What's up, Alexis? Hey, for those who are on Facebook right now, let's do the Word Up Challenge. Give me a scripture as it pertains to singleness, as it pertains to wholeness, all of that. Is it good, Nicole? Cool. Share. It's going to get better. Good morning, Alexis. Is anybody watching on Instagram?
They're coming in and out.
Come on for the in and out, because this is the first time. They don't know what's happening. They're like, what is this? Never done this.
So it's so interesting. I was listening to the late Miles Monroe one time, and he was talking about women and men and inside a relationship, husband and wives. And he focused in on the, we think that, you have 50, you come in 50%, the guy comes in 50%, and together you guys make a whole. He was like, no, you need to come in 100%.
100.
That's
he
real.
needs to come in 100%.
100.
Yeah.
And then together we hold twice.
Right.
Right.
He was like, the math don't make sense,
30 seconds.
but the
30
relationship will.
Yes. Ooh, come on in here. Facebook audience got that. What up, Jordan?
That's dope.
Ron.
Mike's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's go. And we are back. You are locked live right here to Saved and the City each and every Wednesday, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. right here on 101.3 FM. How you doing? I'm sorry. I don't know what was going on with there. Wow, there's all kinds of things going on, but we are here. And it's live and in living color. Oh my God. So we're talking about power singles. You know, we've heard about the term power couples before, and that's, you know, basically when somebody's amazing and then somebody else is amazing and they're together. And a lot of times people feel like you can't be amazing unless you're with somebody, but you can be amazing all by yourself. And so I got two power singles with me right here, and we're talking about dating and just, you know, being Christian and kind of what that looks like, putting the two together. And so before we went to break, Anita said that, you know, being a single woman and being a little bit of a control freak.
A lot.
She said it. That, you know, she likes online dating, and so we've been kind of talking about that. We won't stay too long on that, but I was just curious about what are some tips or what are some things that you do to kind of because a lot of times it's kind of risque when people think about online dating. So
it is.
Yeah.
So the app that I'm on, I love because one of the questions that they ask is, what are you looking for in your mate? And so I'm very
What
specific.
app are you on? Can we know?
Zeus?
You scared? The
Z-O-S.
people gonna like it's gonna be guys gonna be coming in like getting they taking notes like ooh.
Yeah, you gotta be at least 6'4". Let's just put that out
She
there.
said nobody shorter than her.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But that's my preference, right? And that's okay that I have a preference. For
I mean, I
what
get
want.
that.
Yeah. You know.
But what if you're missing out on your blessing because he's the exact same height?
So God said He would give you the desires of your heart, and my desire
what
is
did she
6'4"
put the word on
higher.
it? She put the word on it. She put the word on it.
I'm just saying.
6'4" and higher.
So just be specific. Be specific in your profile, and not that everybody reads the profile. But if I don't return your message, go back and look at the profile because that's going to tell you why I didn't return your message.
Yeah.
Like you're 5'10". What am I doing with you? Nothing. They just want
But you know what? There are some shorter men. Like depending on the shorter man, they can like if they can hold strong. Cause you see in Hollywood all the time, they'll be like really tall models.
Like Kevin Hart.
Oh, I can never. Kevin Hart is like 4'11". Like you can't do Kevin Hart. I can't.
I love me some Kevin Hart.
Could you date a taller woman, Daniel?
I've done it once.
How tall are you, Dan?
I am 5'10".
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, I've done it before.
You can't mess with a nigga.
No. Lovely. But no, I've done it before, and I didn't have a problem with it. She was comfortable. She didn't have
How tall was she? As long as she wasn't like 6'8".
No. She was maybe about 2 or 3 inches taller than me, so it wasn't a problem. She didn't have any complaints. I didn't have any either.
Oh, well, won't he do it?
Yeah, he will if you let him.
Yes. Okay, so let's kind of keep going through. I kind of put some bullet points out there. And so, when we deal with, we're talking about the surface side of things. We're dealing with just picking our mates and that type of thing. But the other issue that we have, power single or regular single, is sexuality and Christianity. How do you, I think that it can be, I think sometimes it can be a little easier for a person who's an alpha male or alpha female because you have so many things that you can kind of put your energy into.
Yeah.
But how do you deal with that beast?
Boundaries.
Good.
You have to set boundaries.
Yeah.
For me, I'll just use a small example. I was dating a young lady not that long ago, and she wanted to know, like, hey, when can I come to your house and, hang out? I said, that will never happen. She's like, where do you stay? Over there. That's actually over there.
It's so crazy, and I'm going to say this real quick because we had Sam Coleman on last week. We were talking about dating in 2017.
Yeah.
We were talking about, like, what would a first date be? And he was like, come to my house and I'm cooking.
No,
and I'm like,
not
really?
For me.
I guess you got to know your own.
Yeah, and that's not my own limitations because for me, you also have to know what your love language is.
Wow.
And mine is physical touch.
Okay.
So, and it doesn't have to be anything sexual, but for me, physical touch is something that's intimate. So it could be something that's holding hands, me putting my hand around your waist, but I also understand that could potentially be a gateway to something that could compromise my walk with Christ, so I don't put myself in that position.
Yes, come on for a gateway. That was something else we kind of mentioned last week because somehow we got on the topic of kissing. I don't even know where it came. It was just like, where are we going?
Yeah.
And I said it was a gateway drug. I said it will, we can't, because then it's over after that.
You don't handle that right.
Exactly. So we're dealing with all of these different things, and then also when it comes down to roles, you know, so I hate to kind of feel like kind of jumping all over the place, but when it comes down to, you know, gender roles, like, has that been kind of lost in 2017? You know, because as women are more, you know, I know we're saying that we can kind of wait and do whatever, but most of the women are just kind of jumping in and taking what they want.
Yeah, I don't know about the roles thing.
Yeah.
I think that it has its place inside of a relationship if that's something that the two people agree upon. Like, I'm not a cook. I know how to cook. I hate cooking.
Really?
Like, my husband, he needs to be like a chef or something, because that's just not my thing. Now, I'll go in and I'll cook with you, and I will clean up. I will clean up afterwards, but I just
But
don't
she gonna
wanna
keep
cook.
a clean house, cook that food. But you know what? You know, actually, my boss is like that. His wife doesn't cook, but he does the cooking. But he still. But a lot of times, people, men will feel. I've heard men say that they feel like if they're the ones doing all of the stereotypical women roles, then they feel less of a man. So could you just fake cook? Like, just order something and make him feel like you served him?
On occasion, I
Would
can
you
cook.
make his plate first at the family
Absolutely.
dinner?
Absolutely. I would do all of
Oh,
it.
this is the question before we go to break. This is the question that came up on Facebook. It said, who eats first, the husband or the children?
Oh, that's interesting.
I would say the kids. That's how we were raised. We put the kids first. But
do
if
that.
they don't get in line, you know, right away.
Don't do that. They can't use that question.
So that's real easy for me because I don't want kids and I don't have any kids, so it'll just be me.
I
and
don't
him.
understand that. I wish I didn't want kids. I want kids so bad. Husband first. That's kind of how it goes. Now, somebody said, or boyfriend. I was like, boy, you can't count boyfriend. The kids get it. Absolutely.
Right,
you know, but if it's husband, kids, you know, well, God, here's your plate of spirits. And then the husband and the kids. Okay, we're going to go to break, and we will be right back after this. I hope you guys are enjoying our talk with the power singles. Let's go. Not making shapes. Okay. All right, that's good. All right, guys. So, let me see what's happening now. I don't even know. I got to announce a winner. Did anybody put a scripture? What's up, Antoine? Y'all put a scripture up there. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. Come on, Candace. You won.
Let's say
Oh,
Jeremiah
Angela, too.
29:11.
One of y'all won. I think it was Angela. You get 2 prizes. I still owe you a prize. Turn it down, Ed. Let's see. Okay, yeah. So you guys move out. Both of you. Yeah.
So those are the.
Oh, okay. I'll switch those over. And then Eddie,
What you do?
I'm gonna have you come over here.
You broke your leg?
Playing kickball. Come on.
Seriously?
I'm a school teacher and I was playing kickball with my students.
But he's much better now.
This happened back in March.
But look at you with no crutch.
Well, I'm just gotta walk a short distance. We're good. Where we sit?
Over there. Be careful. That's a lot of.
No, you good.
They got a little preview of making shapes.
Yeah, I heard.
All right. Okay, so I almost want the Afeni, you might have to readjust because I just kind of wanted to be the 2 of us now.
That's right.
Headphones?
Yeah, not these though. These don't work. These. How much more do we have on that song, Joshua?
2 more for 8 seconds.
2 minutes? Okay, good.
Do you have more water?
Oh, right there.
Do you mind if you have?
Who's that? Who is that?
No, it's just me. How you doing?
No, I'm sorry, because I'm thirsty. Is that wrong? No. But I really would like it. Okay. Is that wrong? Here. Because come on, Saving the City.
I appreciate it.
See, I got to help. Y'all got to help me. Because to me, what's happening?
Yeah.
Because I'm very thirsty. But I can get my own water.
Hello, shit.
Thank you.
I'm sedentary. I was in the Army, so.
Who is he, Joshua?
We're always.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what's happening? Like, why is he just okay to freely come through? No, we're okay.
Oh, okay.
I just didn't know who
Yeah, I'll
you are.
probably just get you one later on. We have some downstairs. It just closed down. So.
Okay.
Okay.
He's just doing the most. Grab a seat. Okay. Eddie, what is this? Can I be in your camera?
He got his little stick and everything.
Come on in. Get tighter though. Oh, this is good. Look at it. We live. Y'all, this is Eddie Rutledge. You said how many seconds?
50.
50. So what's going to happen is I'm going to do church announcements first, and then I will introduce you. We live.
Come back in 5, 4, 3, 2.
What's up? And we are back. We are locked live to Saved and the City each and every Wednesday, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. right here on 101.3 FM. We are having an amazing time talking about singlehood and all kind of amazing stuff and hilarious stuff. Let's just keep it real. So I'm so excited for all of you to join me, whether you're watching live on Facebook or you're listening on the radio. I love my radio audience just as much. We're going to jump right into one of my favorite parts, and then I'll get back. I did not forget the Word Up Challenge, so I'll come back and announce who won that. But let's jump right into our church announcements. If you guys have any events that you would like to have announced right here on the show at no charge to you, then you can just send me your announcement, your event, your community happening to savedandthecitymke@gmail.com. Again, that's savedandthecitymke@gmail.com. All right, let's jump right into our church announcement. Coming up on Friday, July 14th, 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. is the 5th annual Jazz in the Hood. Live music, family, and fun. Make sure that you guys go and check that out. It's on 4th Street between North and Garfield. So again, that's happening this Friday, July 14th, 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. The 5th annual Jazz in the Hood, and it's in honor of African American Bone Marrow Awareness Month. Come learn how you can save lives with marrow and donations. What else is going on? Faith Walker. Some of you guys who, yes, some of you guys who heard or who follow us in the group may have seen the flyer that's gone up. So this is a group that has been started by myself and Anita Clinton. And basically, it's just a group to get fit, spiritually fit and physically fit. We will be meeting every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And today is Wednesday, so even if it is raining, we are meeting at Bayshore Town Center tonight at 8 p.m. And you guys can walk with us and get fit or just maintain your weight. You know, we got to take care of these temples. So again, it's Faith Walkers, and again, it's Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. If you check the group, you'll be able to follow the different posts, and we actually do have a group on Facebook called Faith Walkers as well. Also coming up July 15th, that's a Saturday at Garfield's 502 is Garfield Days. It happens every summer, and it's a blues festival, and so they have food and fun and amazing music. So make sure that you get down there and support our own. Also July 15th, DH Music presents the Movement Music Volume 2 Listening Party, and it's going to be hosted by who? Yes, your girl, Iberia. You don't want to miss it. I'll have him come back on and talk a little bit exactly about where it is, because I don't have that. And then we can make sure that you guys can come out and support his current project. Also, the Evolving Chair presents Gap Closure. It's a free event. GAP stands for Guaranteed Advocacy Promise. And it's hosted by Lakeisha Russell, LPC -IT, whatever. Yes. That July is Minority Keisha, don't get me for that. July is Minority Mental Health Awareness Month. Come and learn about ways to close the gap, Guaranteed Advocacy Promise. Through this event, you will have the guarantee of obtaining information about mental health with the African American community and its gaps in the areas of stigmas, treatments, symptoms, and signs. Seating is limited. Go ahead and register at techgapclosure.eventbrite.com, and this is happening Wednesday, July 19th, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. at the Capitol Library, 3969 North 74th Street in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Now is the time of the show, one of my favorite times of the show, where I get to shine light on people doing amazing things in our city. And this young man or this gentleman has been doing this particular I don't even know if I want to call it service, because it's so many different things that you do. It's music, it's education, and he's truly a gem right in our city. I like to call him the modern day Reading Rainbow guy. Eddie, you here with me? You hanging tight?
I'm here. How you doing?
In the rain. You made it. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
So for those people who don't know exactly who you are, why don't you start by just telling them who you are and what you do in the city?
Okay, well, first of all, good morning. Thank you. As she mentioned, my name is Eddie Rutledge. I am a resident of Milwaukee. I've been here all my life. I've been in the military, traveled and everything, but I think really the inspiration that we're getting into started when I was in the military. I was in the Army, and I was assigned on an annual basis to oversee a lot of the children's events for Family Day, Parents' Day, and Children's Day through the military. That grew into, when I became a civilian again, that grew into me extending that career into child care profession, which I actually went up the ranks with that, and subsequently developed my own children's program, which is entitled Amani's World. So that's why we're here today.
I love it.
Real quick, Amani's World is a children's program. It's based on real life travels of my cousin, Amani Ray Melendez. Mm-hmm. We are a nonprofit that focuses on children's workshops. We work with MPS, we work with several nonprofits throughout the city. I am a published children's book author, so with that blessing, I've also been able to use my musical talents, but I didn't mention I'm also a musician, so I play bass, guitar, drums, and piano, and I've incorporated a children's program entitled Amani's World. So we are a mobile workshop that has a stage presence with mascots. We teach within classrooms. We have several workshops that focus on healthy eating, going green, travel, you name it, safety. I have a partnership with David Hobbs Honda, so we focus on safety with that campaign, and really it has just grown. We're working on now something that is a blessing. We're working on actually our first food product, so hopefully to be released by the end of this year.
That's
awesome. That is something we're doing. But Amani's World is very busy. We're also working with the Milwaukee Public Library System for the first time this year, so we have a contract for the summer, and we're at various library sites. So come on down and see us.
I love it, and he's talking really kind of calm, which is great. But if you see him on stage, it is literally, it's full dancing and rabbits and all kinds of amazingness happening, full band, and then there's times when they do the story time with the young people where they kind of sit around and I mean, how many times have we seen an African American male as an example or as a leader in literacy? So that's where it was like, let's take some time and shine light on someone doing amazing things right here in our city. It is happening. It is real. Now, you and I have also done a project in the past too, the Colorful Patchwork, right? Exactly, which is a compilation of children's stories, and so that's something that we probably need to get going again, because there's a lot of different stories, whether it's dealing with African American kids or we've dealt with folks as far as Denmark, doing different types of things. So literacy is real in the African American community. Many people would say that we won't ever pick up a book, but Eddie Rutledge is a proof that that is a lie. So, Eddie, why don't you tell the people how they can connect to you, how they can even book you to come and do a performance, right? Can you do that?
Well, you can locate me, of course, through our website, which is amanisworld.org. You can locate me through Facebook under my name, Eddie Rutledge. I'm on LinkedIn. You can also call me at 414-406-0679 to schedule an event, or actually, like you mentioned, you can book us for several workshops or however you want to do it.
Yeah.
Like I said, we're around. We definitely are not just in Milwaukee. We work outside the city as well. But most of our business right now is in scheduling is in the city of Milwaukee.
I love it. I love it. Eddie, please keep doing what you're doing. We need you here in a city where, we have all the stereotypes saying that Milwaukee is the bottom of this and the top in this. And so, I try to use Saved in the City and the Milwaukee Treasure segment to shine light on people doing amazing things. So thank you for all that you do. We'll definitely have to have you back. And now we're going to go to one of your songs that y'all might have heard a little bit earlier. Making Shape. Let's go. There we go. Good. Good. Easy breezy.
All right.
All right, so you can move out, and then you guys are moving back in. They'll close
I
it
want to
back.
come back with the roles thing. I have one more conversation.
Yes, absolutely.
I know. Yeah. I'm a nerd.
It's okay. It's all good. It's all good.
I want to mess up the hair, so yeah.
It's been a minute.
How you been?
I've been good.
Okay.
I've been real good.
Where you playing at? What church?
Well, right now I'm not playing at my church, but I attend World Outreach.
Okay.
Yeah.
World Outreach book
Yeah.
right here.
Yeah,
At least today.
Me and my band, we've been moving around, so it's so crazy, you know.
No, I'm saying because
I
sometimes
haven't
don't
had a
have
chance to
people in
really,
here.
you know, sit back and get back into the rotation, but I would like to, you know, when the time is right. So how about you?
Those extra.
Well, I'll let you play for great buildings. I'm just out on injury right now.
Oh, nice. So you over there with Tony and
Yeah.
oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So I've been there since you left when I joined.
Oh wow, that's awesome. Man.
I've been, in and out with my schedule.
That's good, man. Well, I know they got
Well,
a
nobody can
quality
hear other than
bass
them.
player, so that's a blessing, man.
Hey,
I know
y'all.
I give you Pastor Sonya was playing.
Yes. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, and all that is within me, bless His holy name. Oh, I mean they be trying. They be trying. Thank you, Joshua. Make it. Oh, we just.
Was that it again?
Yeah, now we playing through it now. Normally we can hear it out, but the radio is not working.
Can I have a card too?
Yes, ma'am.
I can pass it to you if you do.
Yeah.
Here's the book you
Thank you.
What is this?
That's
Oh,
all I have.
yay! How many?
That's just one. I didn't have any other ones.
Oh, you giving this?
Yeah.
Dang, this a nice prize.
That's all I got.
You got extra ones at home?
I got like 2 more.
Oh, okay. This is they get a copy.
I see you holding on.
Oh, because this is my book too. They get a copy of the book. This is
That's under the Money's World label.
this is our Money World thing.
Oh, nice.
Look, it is nice.
That
this
is
is
very
the book
nice.
that we did
Cool.
together.
I respect the quality of it. You can tell, you know, it's really good quality.
Thank you.
Because certain times you see publications, it's like, what is this?
Yeah.
Right? And it's
Yes, absolutely. We already saw that earlier today.
like,
Hang with us, y'all. I be forgetting I have a whole audience.
Yeah, that's nice. It's
that
really
is very
nice.
nice.
Oh, look at that. That's a cute picture too.
Yeah.
Yeah, girl.
All right, y'all gonna get a really nice prize. Thanks to Eddie
So who
Rutledge.
won?
Nicole, Angela Harris.
Oh, okay.
I'll say it more enthusiastically when we get back on the air, Angela. Oh, Angela Harris. Rectangles, triangles, ovals. We hanging tight, y'all. What time is it up, Feeny?
It is 41.
Oh, we can make a great time.
That's going pretty good.
Really good time. We'll come back with rolls and then we'll kind of go from there.
Yeah. Sounds good.
How much longer on that song, Joshua?
2 minutes.
No, we since you got a little play for the first song. What time is it now?
41.
Oh, 41 still. I did just ask you 2 seconds ago. Okay, at 43, let me know. Well, then it'll be 2 minutes. Never mind. We'll let it play then.
You need me to stay?
No, it's up to you. If you want to stay, you can.
We could take a quick photo.
Oh, we didn't get a photo. Yeah, do you have to leave? Okay, wait for a photo then.
Soon, but I'm okay. I got time.
Okay, well, wait for a photo then, because I don't want to get up. Because I just feel like then I sit down and everything fall. I just imagine everything going wrong.
So is the Money's World what you do full time?
No,
No.
I'm a school teacher.
Okay.
Yeah, I teach at Alexander Mitchell, but Money's World, I'm trying to make that the transition.
Yeah.
So,
Get it incorporated.
mm,
Incorporated into the actual
I'm right now
program.
I'm working with the schools,
Okay.
but I'm trying to generate enough business so that I could be doing that.
What's up, Instagram? I don't
Gotcha.
never say anything,
Right,
you guys. It's our first time going live on Instagram. So whether you're watching, popping in and popping
like
out,
independent
I
contract.
see you there.
Yeah, yeah. And during the summer, we're doing, like right now, we're working at 2 different schools for the summer
Awesome, man.
in the library. So
That's
if
what's
we
up.
could just keep that going
Yeah.
around,
Yeah,
that'll take over for
yeah,
everything else.
that's awesome.
Hang with us, y'all. I'm talking about singles.
I'm sorry.
No.
30 seconds.
Yeah, that's fine. I can make it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What's up, y'all? We are back and we are locked live right here to Saved and the City each and every Wednesday, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. with your host, Iberia, right here on 101.3 FM. Oh my God, this has been an amazing show. You know, I say that every time, but every time it really is. There's some amazing people right here in our city. And before we jump right back into the discussion at hand, I want to give away our prize for the Word Up Challenge. Shout out to Angela Harris for winning this week's Word Up Challenge. And what you win is actually a copy of the book, A Colorful Patchwork, the one that we were just talking about with Eddie Rutledge of Amani's World. And so this is a compilation project between him, myself, and also Helly LaPlante out of Denmark. And so this is an amazing book for children of all ages, actually. And so you'll get a copy of this. I'll hit you up in the inbox and we'll go from there. So thank you, Eddie Rutledge, and definitely best of luck with the Amani's World Children's Educational Program. Now, single folk. All my single folk, put your hands up. Okay, that was so whack. I'm sorry. All right, so when we got off last time, we were talking about roles, and the society says that there are certain roles. There are roles that a woman has. There are roles that a man has, and I say they're out the window. Nita says she doesn't believe in roles. Daniel said he needs somebody to cook for him now. I didn't say. So go ahead, Nita. You said you wanted to jump in on that.
I really did say I don't believe in them. I think that what's important is that as you're getting to know someone, so part of that getting to know phase is what are the expectations of the guy that I'm dating, and then I need him to understand what my expectations are too. I know where you're going with this.
You remember me, you, Chantel, and Arnita, and you can't have expectations.
No.
All down my throat.
I said that things work smoothly if you don't have expectations. But if I'm dating somebody and the expectation is that I cook every day, I need to know that coming in the door, because that just may not happen. And if that's what he's looking for, we're gonna have a problem.
No, I agree, and I agree with you. So I'm glad you brought up that word expectation. So we were having a conversation. No, but we need them, because I'm with you. We were having a conversation after, I don't even know, we went to go see The Shack.
The Shack.
So how about we started talking about relationships? I don't even know, but I guess, just 4 women sitting around, so we ended up talking about it. And so anyhow, we started talking about expectations, and they all, Nita was just filming, but Arnita and Chantel, if y'all are watching, jumped down my throat because I said I have expectations. And you even just said now, though, that it flows smoother if you don't. But I don't understand how in the world you cannot have an expectation. Like and what my point is for me, I have an expectation. I have an expectation that I'm not going to date someone that has 7 kids. That's just not for me. Honestly, come on for the amen.
So is it a preference or an expectation?
What's the difference? What's the difference? What's the difference?
I don't know.
Exactly.
So expectation is, so this is something that I guess the kids, they could be.
That's what I'm saying. This is my expectation. I expect that you can hold a conversation. Some people can't. And so that is my expectation, that we can have a good conversation. My expectation is that you know how to be a gentleman sometimes, that, you're not expecting me to drive you around everywhere we go, like I can't, even though some people think that's something small, just drive. No, I don't know. I like to ride. That's my expectation.
There's nothing wrong with that at all.
So what's your view on expectation? Oh, that's not my water because I gave it away.
I think it's important for you to have expectations, so that way you can have a gauge of what
and
what it is that you're welcoming into your atmosphere.
And I think it's okay, because I think that you can come to God with your expectations first and say, Lord, because I think God has the word says He has an expected end. Come on, God, for the expectation.
And if we're made in His image, then it is okay for us to have expectations as well.
Okay, so let's keep this in context, right? So when we were having the conversation, we were
Do you
talking
have
about
a
the
copy
difference
of it?
between I was looking it up. The difference between expectations and expectancy. And so expectation says if you don't fulfill what I'm expecting for you, then now I'm disappointed, right? Now we have a problem. But as opposed to if I'm standing in expectancy, I don't expect you to do anything. But in expectancy says whatever you do, however you show up, because I'm surprised and I don't know that it's coming, I'm excited about it. And so if you think about a relationship from that standpoint, like that's an amazing space to be in, right? Yeah. Right? It's no pressure. It takes away all of the pressure to show up and perform and be a certain way.
That's good, because a lot of times I think that we do have these kind of preconceived scripts of what a person's supposed to do, how they're supposed to live, and if they don't do this, then that's a check mark against them. And I think if you're continually holding people to, I mean, I think things change when love is involved, though. You know, once love enters, then it's something else. But in the beginning, in the dating process, I think it is hard expectancy, and I think that's okay. Y'all can fight me. Y'all can disagree, but I think it's okay for you to have expectations.
Okay, so I have one more thing to add to that.
Yes, go ahead.
So I know two couples that are amazingly happy, and they've been married for an extended period of time.
You sure? No, go ahead.
But here's what they do, though. So they're convinced that if I take myself out the picture, knowing that my spouse is going to pick up myself and make sure that all my needs, wants, and desires are taken care of, then my goal as a spouse is to make sure that all of his needs, wants, and desires are taken care of. So he doesn't have to worry about that selfish piece of it because I so got him covered, and vice versa. Like, I think that concept doesn't sound as easy, but I think it's amazing, right? Because at the end of the day, when we have issues inside of relationships, it's typically because of the other person doing something that's selfish, right? So cheating is a selfish act, right? But if I know that my spouse is going to pick up what my needs, wants, and desires are, I don't have to worry about it.
Wow.
I just handle his.
Yeah, you know, that's beautiful. And I think that that needs to be taught a little bit more, because I don't know what's happening in the Christian community of women, where it seems like, this is what I noticed, and I talked about this, I don't think I talked about it on the show before, but I know I talked about this at some point before, where I noticed that there are more and more Christian men that are outwardly Christian that we know of, that are dating women that seem to be more on the secular side. So what are we missing with that? For instance, Israel married, what's her name? Adrian Milian is her name. Yeah. She's on the real little cute little Mexican girl, Spanish girl. Sorry. And then it was also, and then what was it? Hispanic girl. I think that's wrong too. Y'all know I love my Latino sister. The other thing, what was another? Bishop Jamal Bryant. Yeah. Tweet.
I saw that.
Oops, there goes my shirt up over my head. So what's happening in the Christian community with the women, that we losing our men to the world?
Go ahead, Brother Daniel.
I mean, these are prominent men. These are pastors, ministers. Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. For me personally, I can't speak on someone else's behalf, but I understand the results of what happened when you step outside of what you believe and you try to connect with someone that is not on the same page with you. It's never anything positive that can come out of that. For me personally,
what you saying is nothing positive to come out of their relationship? Because we don't know, because just because she's not in the church don't mean that I'm about to play devil's advocate, that she don't love God.
Well, I mean,
and maybe she's doing everything that Anita just said, that she need to do, which is cover her man.
I mean, from my personal experience, it's like, how can two walk together unless they agree?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if we don't agree on the basic things like what we believe, where your faith lies, then there's nothing else. For me personally, there's nothing else we can converse about.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not going to go past that.
Yeah.
Because we're not on the same page already. You know what I mean?
So you obviously could not date anybody outside of your religion. Because, some people, I don't understand how you could do that. Where you have people that, I'm Christian, but then my husband's Muslim. How does that work?
Yeah.
My only understanding of that is that y'all not for real.
And I mean,
I'm sorry, no shade.
The other person's beliefs, but as far as
one of y'all ain't for real, I'll put it like that.
Yeah, there has to be a lack somewhere. So for me, it has to be, we have to be on the same page in order to grow.
So final thoughts, because we, believe it or not, we're getting close to the end of the hour. So kind of final thoughts on being an alpha male, being single, and maybe even see, I think yours is gonna be how people should approach you, but I don't know how people should approach. Just give us your final thoughts, however the Lord lead.
Okay. When you're talking about an approach, if a man really wants you, and he really wants you, he's gonna respectfully come and address you. Because for me personally, if I want that, I'm going to come get it. You ain't got to worry about it.
Come on for that.
Yeah, so I will make it very clear that there's something that I would like to see transpire out of our interaction.
I love it.
But I'll do it out of respect because, our sisters deserve the respect.
Yeah, exactly. So before we go over to Anita, tell the people about what's kind of coming up for you. Okay. The listening party, where is it? And then we'll go to you, Anita, your final thoughts.
Okay, Saturday, July 15th, 7301 West Burleigh at One God Ministry under Demetrius Robinson, Pastor Demetrius Robinson. I am having my listening party for an upcoming album called Movement Music Volume 2. Admission is $10. All youth under the age of 18 and under get in free. Come in, get light refreshments, enjoy yourself, do some networking, and get an opportunity to hear some new music that's coming out on my upcoming album, Movement Music Volume 2, which is due to drop August 23rd. So just come out, get a chance to hear some new music. Also, I have some announcements and some new products that's coming out on my DH Music line. So come out and enjoy yourself. I would love to see you there.
I love it. I'm going to be there. So y'all be there. That's
hosted by the wonderful Brandy Iberia.
Hey.
So it's going to be turned up in that
happening.
thing.
That's how we do. That's how we do. It's going to be turned up for the Lord. Anita, okay, so final thoughts. Sister girl, we out here in the streets.
So, you was asking the question of how do you approach me? And so a lot of guys are intimidated. One, by my height.
Yeah.
Right? And so when I walk in the room, people notice. Because I'm tall, And so just say hi. Like, you don't got to come up to me, you show, look, this or you that. No, just
I
say
hate
hello.
That's so stupid to me. Like, I've been this high for years.
I know you. Say hello. What's your name?
Yeah, how about that? What's your name? Wow, help us.
Just come right. Just be respectful. Just say hello. And I'll reciprocate, and we'll have a conversation. And then let's move from there. Yeah.
So what else do you have kind of going on, too, for those people who want to stay connected to Anita Clinton?
Yep. So find me on social media at AC Clinton, the number 1. So ACCLINTON and the number 1. And then for Be Great Ministries, so it's been a little idle, and God has really been dealing with me, so I'm going to start doing some amazing things.
We
so
got Faith Walkers, that's number 1.
But Faith Walkers, right, absolutely, amen.
Yeah,
I'm coming back.
Absolutely, with the vengeance, I already know it. This sister is definitely not one to play with, and I mean that in all the best way. Oh my God, so let me give you guys your kingdom solution. We've been dealing with just power singles and being single and all of the stuff in between, and sometimes wholeness can be intimidating, but that doesn't mean that you need to change your status to fit somebody that's broken. You might just need to pray for them. And what God, come on, that was good. I didn't even plan for that. That was the Holy Spirit. But because this is the scripture that he gave me wholeness begins once a relationship with God is established. And that's John 5, 8, and 9. So I know, we out here, and it's like, okay, the society says that we need to be coupled up. But honestly, the first coupling that you need to do is with the Holy Spirit, is with God. And he's going to direct you and guide you into all things that you need to be connected to. The people you need to be connected to, the places you need to be connected to meet the people that you need to be connected to. He already knows. It's already set in stone. Your steps are ordered. So, if you feeling whole and free, then cool, be that. And God knows exactly what you need, and he will bless you in his time. Thank you guys so much for joining us today as we talk with the Power Singles. Thank you to each of my guests, Anita Clinton, Daniel Harris, DH, yes, Eddie Rutledge of Amani's World, my amazing Milwaukee treasure. Thank you to Mima's Gourmet Delight. Shout out again. She's going to be kicking off in Woodman's on August 19th. We're so proud of her. So definitely visit her at www.mymimas.com. Be sure to follow me on social media to stay connected, or visit my website to watch past shows at www.savedandthecitymke.com. That's it, www.savedandthecitymke.com. And until next week, I'll see you then. Be encouraged.
Bye-bye.